Hello everybody, I hope that all of you are doing super well, and today we have huge Marvel Tōkon news that we need to discuss. There is a lot of new information around the game because of Tokyo Game Show 2025. Some people already got to play Spiderman and Ghost Rider on a new playable version of the game, and there's also a new stage in that playable version that is a hint for new characters, so we need to discuss all of this. But before we start, if you enjoy fighting game content like this, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing. And now let's get first into analyzing the new stage, because it is a key piece of information about the roster of this game. And also a huge shout out to Neo Geo Now, because this footage is from his channel, so go into his channel. I'm gonna leave a link into it in the pinned comment. Go ahead and sub to his channel, check the original footage and support him, because thanks to him we can analyze all of this. And here is the first thing, the stage. A lot of people may look at this stage and think, oh, it just, looks cool and that's it. No, the Savage Land is a very specific piece of information, because Savage Land is a setting that is present in a lot of Uncanny X-Men comics. So this is basically, a confirmation that the roster of this game is probably gonna have more X-Men than just Storm, So this is huge news for anyone that loves the X-Men. This means that we are probably gonna get at least, 2 or 3 more X-Men. There's a ton of comics in which the Savage Land appears that have, for example, Wolverine, Rogue, Magneto, and more X-Men. So this is immense news, and it is not only, a hint into roster, but at the end of the day, a confirmation that we are probably at least gonna have the more classic, specific X-Men that are present in some Savage Land comics in the roster of this game. Then we also have a direct look into what Ghost Rider and Spiderman look in the character select screen, and as you can see, their designs are looking great, and we also see some alternate colors, like for example the black suit for Spiderman, which is great news if you love that black suit. Very classic, very iconic. It is going to be actually present in the game at the start, which is amazing. And there is also obviously gameplay footage of both Ghost Rider and Spider-Man, so let's take a look at it and analyze their moveset and very specific interactions that happen during this gameplay. And first, let's actually analyze a move that is related to, it seems, Spider-Man's Spidey sense, and to me it seems to be a counter. And until now, I don't think that there is any other character in the roster of this game that has been playable that has access to a counter. So maybe Spider-Man is gonna have like extra defensive options, more than the general roster related to his moveset, which is great. It's gonna make the character more unique, and you can see there, that Spidey sense, like kind of looking for what's going on, is probably a counter hit attack. So good news for Spider-Man that he has a more unique moveset defensively. It kind of makes sense with the character. Then we have a sequence of different interactions. We have the Fire Breath, by Ghost Rider, makes a ton of sense for the character, and they're kind of scrambling, trying to do combos, and then we see Spider-Man throwing this bomb. It seems to be like some sort of web bomb, basically, that comes out of the suit, kind of like some upgrade maybe that Iron Man would give Spider-Man in the comics. So he has this like web bomb. We also see the chain attacks with fire from Ghost Rider, and if you look at the screen, Ghost Rider actually has like a fire meter that goes up during the rounds. Now of course we don't know what that kind of like fire meter that is there means, but it's probably related to him doing more damage and also maybe accessing a couple of more moves or enhanced versions of fire moves, which also makes a ton of sense for Ghost Rider. Then we also have a look into one of Spider-Man's supers, thanks to the fact that he did an outer combo and it ended in a super, and this Superman is looking great. I love how it looks. I love the ending of it. I think that it is amazing. Then we can also see a situation in which Ghost Rider does an anti-air combo and puts Spider-Man in the corner, but he just web swings out. It was so fun to see, and it seems like it's very truthful to how maybe he would be on an NBC game. So in that sense, maybe Spider-Man is going to be one of those characters in this game that it is a little more faithful to a classic iteration from Marvel vs. Capcom, because a lot of the stuff he's doing feels like NPC, and I'm not mad at that at all. I think that it is great. And then we have this Ghost Rider combo with the level 1 super, and it's literally the car on fire hitting you, and that's it, It's so amazing, and I think that the car looks so good, actually. It's kind of insane. Then later into the fight, we see this block string, which Spider-Man kind of like does a reset into an instant overhead, thanks to a swing that is like horizontal, and it looks like very good offensive options. It's probably going to be something that you can just, hit a button in between, like it happens here, but it's good to know that he has that kind of like mix-up potential thanks to the web swings. And after that, we see a couple of BMVs from Ghost Rider with fire chains in the air, and it's basically the first fight almost ending, right? And Ghost Rider again with a BMV with assist and the fire. Maybe you can do Fire Breath into super, it would be really cool. And then there, it seems like you can extend the combos in the corner with the web bomb, but it's not that clear, and the fire ends. Oh, sorry, the fight ends. So now let's move into actually the second video that Neo Geo now uploaded. In the second video, even more stuff happens. We see more web swing options, this kind of like dive kick, and also the fact that Ghost Rider can combo into the fire breath in the air, and more web swing usage, the web shots from MBC, very classic, and this, air combo, and there's more interactions, more scramble. So if you want to see the whole video, go to the Neo Geo channel. As I said, I'm gonna stop and only analyze the more important things, but the second video has a lot of more like moveset usage from both characters. We also see the Speedy Sense counter actually happening. I don't know if it gives you a full combo, but we actually saw it happening. We saw, the overhead kick after the counter hit from the Speedy Sense. So it's probably gonna be really strong, and it's probably gonna give you a full combo, to be honest. And then we also get to see a happy birthday combo into a level 3. And Spider-Man's level 3, it's also looking really good. It seems to be also like MBC inspired, and the end where it gets like this object from the stage and it throws to you, it seems to be something that can happen depending on the stage, so that's also really interesting. But the level 3, it's looking really well. Then we also see a sequence in which Ghost Rider does dash cancels out of like the fire chains, and this is very interesting because you can use it to extend your pressure, but it's also fake. But there is some movement options, for Ghost Rider out of the chains, it seems. Then we get more animations from Ghost Rider. We see this grab, and the car literally comes in from another dimension to hit you, and that's the grab. It's pretty hilarious. And then also some extensions in Ghost Rider's pressure and combos with this EX move of fire in the floor. It seems to be plus on block, I'm not super sure. And it also seems like it's gonna, give you a full BMB, but it looks really cool, and it's probably going to make a ton of damage in the correct situation. We also got lucky enough to get a look into Ghost Rider Super, and it's just the car, dude, going in and hitting you again. I love it. I love this kind of like concept that there's a car on fire and it just goes in and it hits you. It's so funny. And well, then the fight just ends, with some, like scramble and basic interactions. Nothing new, to be honest. So that's kind of like an analysis of everything that happened in this couple of videos from Neo Geo now that we could understand with more detail. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I also have a little more info because we actually have pictures of both Spider-Man and Ghost Rider's moveset that people took in TGS, and that is also a very interesting thing to look at it, so let's take a look. First we have the Spider-Man moveset, and I actually think that we saw the whole moveset like in the video. The only thing that I'm not sure is the web slam, but we did see him like web swinging, web hanging, doing the web shots, the bomb, and everything that I think. So I don't know if we're gonna see anything new when someone takes the character, to a next level, at least when it comes to raw moves. So that would be Spider-Man's moveset, and we also have the one from Ghost Rider. And the Ghost Rider moveset seems to be a little bit more complex, so I do not think that we saw it completely. Like, it does look like it has a ton of follow-ups from Rekkas and stuff like that, so we probably did not see everything, but the character is looking great. And at least we got a sneak peek into the moveset of both characters. Let me know if you enjoyed the video in the comments. Let me know what you want to see next from Marvel Tōkon. Thanks for watching the video, and see you in the next one.